cultivate ignorance and not my story page.
No. You can do it from there.
So how do I do that? How I do that?
If you scroll down.
What up? Welcome back to the episode of Cultivate Ignorance.
You just can't wait to snap. Now, is it my live show?
We are back at y'all with a new episode.
Everybody in here listening to you.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Why is this camera this way? Why is it not center? Anyway.
It is center. You just don't know anything about technology. Peasant.
This episode is brought to you by Cultivated Ignorance and nobody else. If you would like to contribute, please subscribe to our Patreon. We have 2 different levels. Isn't that correct, Mike?
Yeah, no, 3 different levels.
3 different. Oh shit, we in the business. We're offering ads at the beginning of each show for $15 or $25. Am I talking to myself?
Bro, you hold on. Yes, you're talking to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Keep the show rolling, man.
Oh shit. Okay, so we have 2 different ad tiers, 15 and 25. Michael has the details about each level.
We both should have the details. Why you ain't got the details?
Cause you ain't put them on here. Before it was $25.
How long has Patreon been up for you to?
No. Don't do that. The ads were $25. No, it's $15 or $25.
Is anybody in here yet?
Y'all even
Get on my nerves.
It's on the paper, hun.
You know what? Crazy enough. That's what I read. Crazy enough, I read 15 and 25.
There's people coming in now. What's up, y'all? I'm glad y'all came.
We got Latrell Austin.
Hey, Latrell. Anyway, we're gonna shout out everybody in just a second. So we got a Patreon that Will knows nothing about.
Nope, that's not true. That's not true.
First of all, good to see y'all. We ain't seen y'all in a couple of weeks now.
Because Mike got the coronavirus.
Bruh, what's the virus from Resident Evil? I had that one. What is it called?
I don't know.
Umbrella got me, and
Shut up.
I was down and out. I almost didn't make it tonight, but I'm here now, man. I'm healthy. I'm straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's been a couple weeks, man. We missed y'all like crazy.
Missed you like crazy.
Some big updates. Speaking of Patron. Speaking of Patreon.
With Trump.
I told you want to get drunk. Didn't I say let's go get some liquor after this?
It's been a minute since we had Patron night, so maybe bring it back. We got some big news coming up with like April. It's going down in April, y'all. Just trust and believe it's going down in April. If y'all want to help us with that, like we got it's a whole thing. You want to help us with that and get in on some exclusive content because we got the old episodes from the original days on the Patreon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have bonus content with me?
You will have bonus content with Star as well.
Okay, do that.
I will accept the show. But it's definitely for me and Will. It's gonna be really, really good. As well as if you have any events or a business or whatever you want promoted, we have ad space available for as low as $15.
As low as $15
That's unheard
freaking
of,
dollars.
guys. I think you should raise the price immediately.
Well, we just trying to get started first. We just trying to get
Okay.
started. You know what I'm saying? Support other businesses and
All
everything.
right, I understand to be fair. I don't know.
Absolutely. But if you want some ad space, very affordable. $15 gets you 30 seconds. $25 gets you 60. I'll read your whole script. It's guidelines now. Look at the fine print on the little tiers on the Patreon now. Don't be out here sending me 2 pages of ads.
Because you know your reading capacity is limited. We understand.
Okay, first off, what we're not going to do is disrespect the host around here.
Thank you.
That shit's going to change immediately.
Immediately.
So when you find a host, let me know.
As y'all can already tell, our used-to-be favorite moderator stars in the video. Ex-moderator
Now
stars
your
in the
favorite test.
Oh,
Got a new word for it.
Not even a real word, let alone an accurate one.
Yeah, stars here.
Stars here.
Again.
Stars is in the building.
Yes.
Somebody put a love sign for that.
That was
something
something.
No,
Purely
we
for the
see.
podcast.
Y'all can't see it. Yes, they did.
So yeah, we'll be bringing you more details on this upcoming announcement soon.
Absolutely. But for now, if you want to support us for as low as $5, only $5.
Only $5.
So you do it with the thing, but when I talk about my shows, you don't know how to do the thing.
All right, let's do it again because I think I was supposed to do it too, right?
Yes.
I don't even like that phrase.
Everybody outside.
Sorry, poetry community, because I know that's our little thing.
So if you want to support us, because like I said, we got some big changes coming. We're trying to do some big things. If you want to support us for as low as $5.
Only $5.
Only $5. It might as well be free. It's been free. Now it's not anymore. You can go to patreon.com/cultivatedignorance and just help us out. Because we love y'all. We want to keep spreading love. We want to keep having these interviews.
Show love back.
We want to keep having this dialogue between me and Will.
With your pocket.
Please.
Seriously, support black
definitely support black
businesses ran by men and other things that are black.
Before you even step back, I want to say, first and foremost, do we want to shout out real quick anybody that came in?
All right, so I'm gonna have to be going back and forth between 2 pages, or just
just that page. That was
just do the Michael Murray page. So
the page that you on right now. Just stay on that page.
That's your page.
You would think our moderator had these questions asked beforehand.
It is some new-ish. All right, we never did it from your page.
Man,
it was always from
y'all were in here for a while before I came here. So.
All right, so we got Tim Conroy, Andrew Gajahar,
Andrew.
Irvin Luttrell, and Marcus McKella.
Michelle, you do her.
You suck.
I have another friend named McKella.
She's here every episode.
Yes,
Good
Good
call.
call, Michelle. Good call. Sorry, your name.
Support. That's what Marcus Grant says.
Support. Love you, man.
Cicely.
All
right, so wait a minute. Yeah, because all the people who show up, are they going to show up through the Cultivator Ignorance page? I'd rather be on this page.
They're gonna.
Because when
I'll talk about that off screen.
It's just
so.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. Okay. All right. Real quick church announcement, and then we're gonna get into what y'all.
March 17th.
Don't screw
downtown.
Up Don't screw up my show.
At the White Mule.
Can we say white like that?
At the
White Mule.
At the White Mule. It's going down. Blue Note Poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be there, Will?
Blue Note Poetry. Featuring Sassy the Poet and lovely Lexi G. March 17th. Advance tickets. https:// Now you can get your tickets at playlistllc.eventbrite.com. Dope shows go down every month. Please show up, show out. Cause don't do me. Please show up, show out. Cause Mike definitely puts on a great show. Support black business, arts. The black arts. Al Black will also be there.
He's not black.
Not all.
Al Black is the other half of the show.
Yes.
So please show out and give some claps to these lovely poets and all
claps
these
and
other
dollars.
people. Yeah, claps and dollars.
So Van Six is only $5. I appreciate you, man. Okay, yeah, I see. Advance tickets is only $5. Like he said, Playlist LLC. ThatEventBrite.com. Get yours now. It's always a great time. PMS will be performing with the Stars Band.
Okay.
Oh, you got a whole band now?
Yes. Can I come on and talk about it?
Not right now.
You gonna be the black business star. How about that?
Not right now.
Because Will didn't have anybody.
I'm sure he doesn't.
That's fine. I got some stuff to promote, so I can't wait to do that. So
you start getting some ad space.
Go Patreon.com/cultivated.
So Matthew Allen joined. What's up, Matthew? Kathy Scott. Urban Jefferson said PTP, LOL. What's that mean?
Part-time Patterson.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
He doing right away.
Latrell says, I need weekend shows, though. Where your weekend shows at?
We got weekend shows coming on the trail. Matter of fact. And see, I was gonna hold on to this, but
just go ahead and
pull it up out of me. March 28th, we got Afro Beats and Poetry going down at Golden Restaurant on 2 Notch. Can't really think of the address, but look it up.
Yeah.
Golden on 2 Notch. March 28th, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We got Mia Willis, who is like nationally acclaimed poet, as well as Milla, who featured for us at Blue Note. Amazing rapper.
Oh, I love her. I love her so much.
Anybody who sees Milla perform, especially
her
talks to her.
Her voice. Oh my God.
It gets into your spirit.
Yes.
That is a weekend show. One's Columbia Northeast Drive, Columbia, South Carolina, 29223. Thank you, Will. March 28th. That is a weekend show for your ass. Come through. Advance tickets are only $7. At the door, it's going to be $10. And same link. Playlist.com. I'm sorry, playlist.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. I'm trying to. This one's already hyped up like crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people are coming out. It's gonna be lit. So
listen, at this point,
you right by the house. I'm like,
that's right.
All right. So Shaka Salmon. Oh, that's so cute, Salmon.
Shaka's the reason me and this guy almost got in a fight.
Oh yeah.
Yay! So
the one time.
The only fight. Shaka's the reason we almost had our only fight in our entire
I want to hear that
friendship.
story. Connie G. Lynn, it said,
So
what's
bad.
up? Latrell said, I get to travel. What?
Yes.
Where you at?
I don't know, but come through.
She said, my brain doesn't work like that. I need link in the chat. All right.
Okay. It's right there.
It's not the worst idea.
All right.
Good job, Latrell.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay. So, what done happened when y'all while we was?
While y'all niggas was gone.
Why y'all gone? Not us. We were here.
All right. I'll say the Killer Mike thing to the end.
Okay, that's fine. I just
all right. Unfortunately, Public Enemy fired Flavor Flav.
That's what actually made me upset.
Knew this nigga was still technically hired. First off.
What you mean?
I mean, I knew he was in the group, but I knew he was Flav, but I didn't know the news was a whole. I knew he was still an active business.
Public Enemy is just. I mean, they've been around forever. It's not like they out here doing shows every weekend.
That's how I felt about it. They've been around forever.
So it was just not a part of it, just because they just.
I didn't know he wasn't. I didn't know he could get fired.
I didn't know that either. So he said he owned all the rights to the.
What was it? What was it that happened? Jesus.
Well, this is like
Bernie Sanders.
That wasn't. They said this was like.
That was on the straw, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So Chuck D was supposed to perform at a Bernie Sanders rally, right?
Well, he put down Public Enemy was supposed to perform at a Bernie Sanders rally, and Flav was like, "I'm not a supporter, so
yeah.
Public Enemy ain't doing that."
Yeah. Flav said, "Nix that shit."
Yeah.
Trump on the side.
Trump.
Wait, so he didn't do it because he's Trump supporter?
No, I don't know. Let me not put that on Flav. But he did Bernie shit without getting paid.
But like in the past, like Flav had like 2 or 3 lawsuits against Public Enemy.
Yeah. And
they either got dropped or settled one. Chuck D was like, this nigga been on thin ice. Now he out. Because apparently Chuck D owns all the rights to Public Enemy.
Oh, he does?
He owns the name.
Flav fuck that shit up somehow.
But what is Public Enemy without Flav, man?
Bro, it's Chuck D.
It's Chuck D and Terminator X. That's sad, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only...
I mean, did he really fire him, or is it just like...
He said he's gone.
Fired.
Yeah, he got angry and said it, but they're going to come back together.
He hit the whole statement of Public Enemy will be moving forward without Flav. We wish him the best in his endeavors.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think they're going to make up. I think they're going to
be friends, but it might be like, Chalk Talk Question make up to the very end, right before, not too long before Fife passed away. Like, Fife and Q-Tip were beefing forever.
Oh, really?
Forever. You should watch the documentary. It's really good.
Okay, so Matthew, you know the music.
Oh yeah, he come with the knowledge.
Chuck has been performing as Public Enemy without Flav since 2016. So I guess everybody late.
Damn.
Chuck owns the Public Enemy name. All right, and so
yeah, I know that.
Ooh, so Latrell said the stream is kind of stuttering a lot, but it could just be her connection.
No, it's definitely this whack ass Wi-Fi.
I'm sure it is, but like I said, April,
April, new hot shit.
Hot boy summer.
New internet connections coming soon.
Listen, it's gonna be a lot better. I promise y'all. It's gonna be sticking up with us. What else happened, man?
Oprah fell. Shit was ugly.
Her whole ass.
That shit was on every blog in America.
Oprah busted her.
Listen.
Oprah was on stage talking about some shit.
She was talking about balance, bro.
She was talking about
balance. No. I didn't actually watch the speech.
She was talking about balance in your life.
And yeah, she fell on stage, bust her ass. Now, crazy part is, it was a regular person fall. Like,
it was a regular old nigga fall.
And then the next day on her damn Instagram, she had on the damn sleeve on her leg, like she was T.O.
No!
Like she was T.O. getting ready for the Super Bowl and shit. Like
she had to get wrapped up.
That's some balling nigga shit right there.
She said in an ice tub,
bruh. There's no reason you fall from 1 foot off the ground,
bruh,
and you need to ice up your whole leg and have it in a hyperbolic time chamber.
She older, bro. How old is Oprah? Like 60?
I don't know.
She ain't that old that she needs to do all that.
She might be. Hold on.
We ain't researching how old.
Hey Siri, How old is Oprah?
64.
Oprah Winfrey,
64.
66 years
Oh,
old.
66. That's 66-year-old fall. Like, you gotta wrap something up. You gotta put some ice on that thing.
Anyways, also, coronavirus popping off in these streets, people.
Bro.
What was it? Italy is no longer open for sporting events.
Oh my God.
Bro. I don't know if they're getting out refunds, but they're definitely playing games in the stadiums without people.
What?
They're playing games without people.
Wow.
I think there's a bunch of cases in Washington State. 8 people at one old folks home have died. There's a case in Georgia. A case in Tennessee. Huh?
That person died in Georgia, didn't they?
I don't know if they died. But, yeah, it's out here. So,
I'm gonna tell you what freaked me out. I got an email today saying,
oh, I'm begging these motherfuckers to close down. I'm begging the state of South Carolina to close.
Cause y'all know I work at, USC or whatever, and we get these international students. They was like, if you have any symptoms, quarantine yourself for the next 2 weeks.
You play Magic. This dude that plays with us.
Oh, here go the racist shit.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
This dude that plays with us. He leaves like after every summer and everything, cause he goes to school in China.
No, we coming to this tournament.
Bro, this dude came back like probably like a month ago. Yeah, man, they closed my whole school down. What the fuck is you doing here? They closed my whole school down for the semester because of Corona.
I'm here to spread the love of y'all.
Motherfucker, you man.
This nigga, he out here just dealing his cards, just shuffling it. Dapping niggas up. Oh, God.
Yeah, bro. So,
watch yourselves, people.
all this be said.
Did you say wipe yourselves?
Watch yourself.
Wipe yourself, too. I said watch yourself, but definitely wipe yourself. Wipe your friends.
Dear
Wipe your friends.
unnamed race of people,
There you go.
wash your hands.
See? Everybody watch
We
it.
Listen.
done gave y'all all this slack by washing y'all hands all this time.
Oh, my God.
I never gave anybody a slack about that.
It's time for everybody to step up in this hand washing
We
game.
just start exfoliating our hands, getting skin cells off.
Let me go back home.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alright, so that's what's been happening.
Oh, and last bit of news, Meg Thee Stallion. Well, I got 2 more things, but anyways, Meg Thee Stallion is suing her record label because they won't let her release music.
She is suing?
She's
Well, they said it was.
she's in the lawsuit process,
Oh.
and her label owner, Carl Crawford, former baseball player, attempted to stop her from releasing music. Did all this lawyer shit.
Just hating.
Just hating. And anyways, so she won the order to let her release music. So she's gonna release music. She's dropping this Friday, tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay.
Well, that was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, called Sugar. I don't know what the dispute is with the actual contract. I haven't released that, but
I was confused.
she was young as hell.
But then she just dropped a song like a month or so ago called Bitch.
Yeah, I'd rather be a bitch, baby.
Yeah, I was like, what how did
Wait, so Taryn is on.
Taryn.
Dom Taylor.
Oh, shit.
Can you freaking believe this?
I don't know. What's up, Dom?
Rappers got singing these whack ass deals. Okay, I was gonna say.
This comes from.
But it's just like anything. A lot of these people don't have no education about the process.
And not only that, but like, because a lot of people was like, there's no defense. You should know, like, if you can't be a rapper in 2020 now and still getting messed up. But like, the way this document is written, it's not made for the average human being to know what's on it.
Yeah.
Like, you need a lawyer there, which
I mean, you're supposed to have a lawyer,
I totally.
but her
wanna be
mama
a
was
lawyer.
saying,
I do.
so I don't know if that process was followed. You know, it's young people shit.
It's
young people,
shit, and then you
yeah.
get caught up, and then people act like you don't know the feeling of like not having anything to like. Here's everything, and you just want to get in there and make all your dreams come true.
Yeah.
You get caught in the moment, and you make mistakes.
I forgot to shout out this person. I just have to say their name. Rashida Jellybean Bushido Brown. Who is
I
that?
feel like I know.
That is
Bushido
an
Brown.
amazing Jelly
You don't
Bean
mess with no
Bushido
Bushido Brown, baby.
All respect to
There
Rashida.
needs, right. There needs to be a whole song about that.
Thank y'all so much for joining us, man. We love y'all.
And lastly, and while you was gone, everybody's endorsing Biden. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm really not too into politics, but I know that nigga Bernie was in front, and then he
Towards
fell
ACL
behind.
and
Bruh, I don't know why everybody's endorsing Biden. That nigga's real vanilla.
Well, let me ask you a real quick question. I don't want to get into the whole politics talk, but like, is that the only case against Biden? Is like people harping on the shit from the past, and that his policies are just like real, like standard. I'm gonna fix shit policies. Like, I'm not really trying to do anything particular for black people. I'm just trying to run the country in a good way. Is that the only thing against Biden?
I mean, he's boring as fuck. I don't believe him. I don't believe this nigga at all.
So that's it?
I feel like that's enough.
Well, I mean, if that's enough for you, that's fine.
I mean, like, believability.
Yeah.
Failure to show a real for the people that's voting for him. Black folk.
Okay.
Is this black vote just still automatically, like, because you would think, like, I feel like black people don't do much research still. I feel like we talked about this last 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But black folks still don't do much research as far as politics go.
Oh, okay. I say I do a lot of research. I just don't be researching politicians.
But I mean, like, during these times, you know what I mean?
I think it's true, but everybody in general too. I don't think white people. I mean, proportional wise, because there's just more white people, I think more of them. But like, I mean, if Trump gets reelected,
I'm saying that in the aspect of we don't do much research about our party or what our party is going to do for us. We just still auto vote Democrat.
So I think you're right, but more importantly, my wife, Angela Rye, had an excellent. Did you watch her on the Breakfast Club?
I didn't watch her on the Breakfast Club.
Watch her on the Breakfast Club. First of all, if you don't watch Angela Rye, period, you need to.
I'll follow her now. I'll be looking at the pics.
And I was one of the. I mean,
she Instagram model?
No,
she's a.
Oh no, you said you follow her, so
I know, right? You right
follow
there.
no
Think what you thought.
Yes, I do.
No, she's a political pundit. She was very. She got.
Okay, you just like light skinned girls right now. Like that's all that is. She looks just
right now.
Amanda Seals.
She does not look just like Amanda Seals.
No, she don't. Don't you dare disrespect Angela Rye.
This picture right here can't tell me she don't look like Amanda Seals right here.
Maybe one picture with the angry face.
Oh, well, if it's an angry face, you'll probably
sure, but like, nah, she came up under Maxine Waters. Very, very, very astute political pundit. She's one way that a lot of black people get educated on, politics. Although she's very, biased, so you might want to get the word around. But she's very informed. Huh?
She dating Common?
She was. I think they broke up like a while back.
Yeah, he fucked that up. He
fucked that all the way up. I don't know what Common doing out here.
Everybody do.
Oh my God, she
Serena
really
Williams.
looks just like her.
God.
Amanda Seals comparison out of here.
Anyway, she made a great point. She said, when are we going to start harping on what these candidates have done in the past that we hate so much? Because that's what we do, right? With like Kamala, all you could hear about was like the whole, history as a prosecutor and stuff like that. With Biden, of course, the whole crime bill thing. Also, that we harp on that, right? And we just demolish them on that instead of like focusing on like, yo, this is how you can right your wrongs now, and this is what we demand of you right now. And if you promise to do this, you'll get our vote. Why don't we just do that?
You think
more?
he effectively did that?
Who, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did. I'm just saying, why don't we do that?
I mean, we should.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes. At the same time, I'm not gonna. In this game of politics, where it's all about telling people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
I've got to keep your past in mind.
No, that's completely understandable, for sure.
My future, you know what I mean?
For sure, but like, how do they sound about what they want to do right now? Like, just putting my personal, purposes out there. Excuse me, I'm about to die. I really like Andrew Yang.
Oh yeah,
because
I love that Asian dude. I love that Asian dude. Give me the money, Asian baby.
You know what I'm saying? But in the future, I feel like he can come back and make some change. But like, he just straight up spoke like to everything I feel like the average millennial needs, not just like want, but needs right now. And not that he has a history of corruption and like that, but like he was speaking directly to what we needed.
Which was money. That basic,
sure,
that
yeah.
universal basic income.
For real. And he's a business owner, and he has organizations that have funded and built other business owners. So it's like that's exactly what we need right now. I think we just get so caught up on like, yeah, Biden did this in the past, yeah, Kamala did this, and we just keep harping on that and say like there's no good choices instead of like she's talking about the black agenda again. Michael Eric Dyson talked about this as well. Let's just coming up with a collective agenda. Be like, yo, this is what we need. Give this to us, and we'll vote for you. And then see how they react to that. See what policies they enforce, and then go from there. And still keep the history in mind. But like, if this is actually like Kamala was actually doing stuff to actually write the whole prosecution era of her lifetime and stuff, like just see how they actually move and then go accordingly versus just complaining that we got nobody good to vote for.
I mean, I would say that you can't. I don't know what you mean by see how they move, because you can't see how they move until they actually get elected.
We'll see how they move in that process. Like what
they're gonna tell you what you want to hear.
That's true, but like at the same time, I mean, there's only so much you can do. Yes, correct, but like, see how sincere it seems. I guess see what changes they make immediately. See what changes they have made recently, even. I know.
So recent.
Yeah, basically. Like, see how like somebody like Bloomberg can say whatever they want, but like, I mean, he was recently supporting Stop and Frisk still. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You'd be like, okay, this guy just telling me what I want to hear. Versus, like I said, somebody like Kamala, somebody like Yang, who's actually doing the things currently that align with what they want to, that they say that they want to do, and what we say we want.
Yeah. May I say something?
Sure.
So back to Angela Seals. Whatever. But what I think the issue with what I feel she's saying is that I don't think a lot of people, black people or people in America, period, really understand how the political process works. So to say, why don't we just, is like...
What do you mean by the political process? Like how laws get done and all that? Like, that's basic shit. That is bare minimum basic shit.
Do you think a lot of Americans even know that? Do you think a lot of Americans know the difference between voting locally and voting for president?
I would hope 10th grade, 11th grade.
Oh yeah, I remember learning it, and I remembered it back then, but then I had to pay bills and live. So I just literally forgot, because it didn't seem like, I forgot how it works. So for me, to think that people are just going to pull together and come together with some kind of agenda and offer that to someone and say, this is what we present to you, this is what we want you to do, is the idea that people even buy in and understand how that could even be effective in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't think most will do. And then thirdly, the idea that there is a thing that all black people want, besides maybe for, black people to stop getting killed by the cops. I mean, economically and everything like that, that's where we have so many differences. We're gonna be widely split on a lot of issues. So I think it's kind of naive to think that black people are gonna have some kind of agenda that we all agree with, besides we don't want to be murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I think that's where the similarities kind of end, because even you brought up Andrew Yang and said, this is exactly what we do right now. He owned businesses, he understands money, he understands how all Americans can be lifted up by this universal basic income, right? But there's some people who are thinking, number one, they may not be entrepreneurial, or they may be making enough money in their business.
I didn't really believe in the universal basic income.
I just want to say that's you speaking from your perspective about what you feel this country needs, but there's other people who are like, look, I've got sick family members, or I have a terminal illness or a chronic illness or special needs kids. I think education is the most important thing we need. I don't give a damn about businesses right now. I think education system, or some people actually do believe that defense, and we need to continue to put more money into the military. So it's like, there's no way to please everybody anyway.
There's no way to please everybody. I'm just saying, like, there's a series of things that most, I think, black people who are cognizant and who are actually doing the work to, actually get in tune with what their community needs. There's a series of like basic things we've been talking about forever, such as ownership. If you're not an entrepreneur, I get that, but like such as our ownership of more of our businesses out here, such as healthcare, such as the education system.
But
like
how?
A series of things.
I mean, all of these are super broad terms.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole broad term. I'm not saying we would have like a whole step-by-step plan collectively to make that happen, but if we give these this list of topics that are the most important to us right now, that we don't bring up to these candidates, because we just wait for whatever they present to us and decide if we like it or not, versus saying like, this is what we need, this whole general list of things. How will you fix that? I'm not saying we would have the step-by-step plan to get the fix, but we would bring that to them and figure out how they would.
People know that they can do that, though.
Is this idea kind of along with what Star thinks? Is this idea that there is one black agenda, or there's one set of things that all of us want? Isn't that like somewhat insulting? Like white people don't have to do that shit.
I don't think it's like one. When I say black agenda, I don't mean like one set thing or a list of specific things. I'm saying general things that we know that we need. Like we know we need money, correct?
Yeah,
we need.
But not every black person is about black people, which.
Well, sure, yeah.
And money in what way? Like there could be money in terms of we want to make it easier for black people to get loans to own a home so that they own more property, or we want black people to be able to get more business loans so they can start more businesses and recycle that money within the black community. Or some people want more money for education, or some people just want to be given the money like the universal basic income.
Would a politician really advocate for black community, like publicly?
I don't know, but I feel like when you're saying to give these issues, they're in such huge buckets that by the time you even start to discuss how they will be implemented, it's like, well, now we're already split because we all three think it should be done in three different ways.
But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's up to this politician how way they're going to implement it. We got to see how they're going to do it and decide if that works well enough for us to vote for them. Is what I'm saying. We just have to raise our voices on what issues are the most pertinent to us.
Okay, so
we keep talking about.
So if black people are for the most part low income versus white people, right? Mm-hmm. If black people have poor education, urban black people have poor education compared to white people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If all these things are a factor, what is our alternative to giving a Democratic vote? Is the Republican vote going to achieve what you want, even if the Democratic candidate doesn't advocate for what you're talking about?
I think the first priority should be community building on our behalves. Should be before.
Of course. I'm not saying that we are not held responsible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I think that there's a realization that there, at least to candidates, there probably isn't an alternative that's going to give black people what they want outside of the Democratic vote. So what's the point of advocating for them?
I mean that's up to you then at that point. Like, I feel like
because then you'll be shamed for not voting.
And see, that's a whole other conversation of people, shaming people who don't vote. I don't particularly do that. I think we should exercise every right possible to make change in your community, including voting. But if you have different views, I'm willing to listen to them. But like, I don't believe in shaming people. But I think if you don't put the community building on your behalf at the forefront, if you're calling for change to happen, like, you got to be part of that change, right? So that's got to be happening on your behalf. As far as the candidate, if you really believe that neither candidate is speaking your language and can really help you, then I guess you wouldn't vote. And I feel like more importantly, your immediate, just like the local elections are more important. What you do immediately in your community is most important. So like, at the end of the day, what are you doing to make the change still happen that you keep screaming for? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, versus just complaining that these candidates just don't speak your language. Like, what effort are you putting forth?
I like that question. There's a question that I used to ask people, and I used to say, do you think the world is a good or a bad place? And whatever answer they said, I would then ask them, so what are you doing to contribute to that? Yeah. And so I think there are many ways that you could contribute outside. I vote energetically every single day. I vote in my mind with what I want to see in the world, and I try to embody that more and more every day. I don't necessarily put my faith in politicians or even my vote in politicians because, like, I was super busy that day that we had to vote for whatever election.
Democratic.
Yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. But the comments are on fire right now. And Latrell and Matthew are going in and they're kind of agreeing. And I think that this reflects a lot of the sentiment of black people and just people who have kind of just decided that voting is not the most effective way to make change. Latrell says, we do not pick the presidents. We don't live in a democracy, yo. Matthew said, if you're popular enough to be seriously considered to be president, you shouldn't be taking out your word. You have to be dishonest to get that far. I think that's pretty interesting.
It's probably accurate.
Dang, did it freeze up? I can't get down. Okay. And here Latrell says, Matthew, I don't agree. And then Common is dating Solange. Okay, so boom, that was some news. Latrell says, I'm disappointed in Andrew Yang. He dropped out when he literally said he was going to run until the end. And so Matthew says, history shows us presidents don't go into office wanting to change things for black people. They were made to because of circumstances. I guess he's from the civil rights era, because of movements and revolutionaries that pushed them. So that goes back to what you were saying. I mean, we want to make change. We have to kind of just do it on our own. Basically. Latrell says you can look at how they were in whatever position they held in politics. You can see the bills they tried to put through and the change they've been preaching about forever. And I guess she's saying that's a way to kind of understand how they'll move in the future if you were to vote for them. And basically, local votes has more of an impact than presidential voting, which is a very common statement. Dang. Okay, Veronica. What's up, Veronica? Boo? It's problematic to keep black people voting Democrat only. I don't think either gang, oh yes, girl, go ahead, preach, matters more so than what policies align with your individual views. And that's if some even do. And one more, Matthew says, comedian Louis Black said it best, Democrats are a party of no ideas. Republicans are a party of bad ideas.
Like I said, man, I'm not completely disagreeing with anything y'all are saying. It's just like I said, at the end of the day, what we're doing to make it happen, man. Like, I know for me personally, like, I know I started mentoring and volunteering and all that stuff like that. But more than anything, I started my business to give like local artists a platform to be seen and to get exposure, to get paid, of course, all that good stuff. Because I know how hard it is. I know how many artists get crushed, even in the local cities. Creed just put me on to like these promoters out here, like busting artists in the head with like $80-something so just to perform at their shows. They're charging the artists to perform at their shows, and that happens all the time. Me and Star talk about all the time.
I think Tamika posted about that. She was like, "Let me be clear, I'm not about to pay to perform at an open mic."
But, and I'm trying to tell you, and like these, yes, and these promoters just take advantage of these people. The cities themselves don't know what art looks like. They just used to being whatever is being fed to them by the city, by public art. So like the actual artists who actually trying to do their thing just get crushed all the time. That's just one of the ways I try to make a change. And then, like I said, just volunteering and just mentoring boys the way I was mentored when I was.
When's the last time you did that?
It's been a while. Like I said, the business has. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna front about it. It's been a while because the business has taken over much of my time. I'm not gonna front about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I never made it to that little juvenile prison. I just never made it.
That's fine.
Your little friend who was supposed to meet up with me, she never met me out there, so I never.
But even if you can't make it to the things, like what organizations are you supporting with your money or energy or whatever?
I put a young grocery store clerk onto McJenkins today. I think I'm part. Hello.
That's a beautiful thing.
On the McJenkins?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all are doing God's work.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think that's what we should.
These are some Ferragamos because that's what people who do God's work wear. That's what they do. That's what they wear.
But I think that's where you put a pin in it is like just what at the end of the day, what are we doing personally to make our world a better place and build one another?
Refusing to participate in the corrupt political process.
I will be participating in November.
And more than anything,
look, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in
supporting black-owned establishments. I tell Star all the time, it's remarkable that we literally said that we wanted to start working with other black-owned businesses and black artists to build something better, and that's literally what we started doing. And I'm so thankful for that. Like that, I can literally look at my phone and anything I'm thinking of, any show. Like I said, we got a whole lineup of new shows coming up. Stay tuned for that. But any show I'm thinking about, any like host I had in mind was black. The establishment that I had in mind was black. Any like supporting cast was all black because I know I have those numbers at my fingertips. So
blackity black.
We can do it. We can make it happen, man.
Kanisha Sade Henderson is here.
So Kanisha, any final thoughts on why you love?
I don't fuck with Biden. I don't fuck with Biden mainly because he sounds slow.
Okay,
all right. I
feel like he might be near death.
Bro, watching the
closer to death than Bernie.
Bernie be looking like
Bernie might have a heart attack, but it's because he's passionate.
You saw how Obama looked after a couple of times.
Yeah.
Latrell said something which I feel kind of sums it up. I think everyone able to vote needs to take a class on how the government works because most people don't understand which
stop being stupid
counts.
What was it
see y'all see?
No, I was listening to you. You just said something.
I think everyone. This is by a comment by Latrell. I think everyone able to vote needs to take a class on how the government works because most people don't understand which vote counts. But at the level that I am on, all I can do is support my community and share the word about what other black creatives are doing. And that's what matters.
There you go.
I made a whole status about that, man. Literally just sharing.
About what I'm doing.
About what Starmont is doing. Literally just sharing, like for real. Like literally just spreading the word or recommending a black-owned business or organization or whoever. That's how I've gotten put on venues. That's how I put other artists on to other shows. That's how I've helped people build new connections and start their whole other thing. Like, literally just spreading the word and just putting a good word in for one another. The same way you would, like, your favorite white-owned restaurant that you love the food at. The same way you would call your homeboy, like, yo, I just came from Nick's. The shit was amazing.
Speaking of good restaurants, Capital City Grill on Decker. No,
Okay,
seriously,
all right, niggas. All right, we going on to the next shit. This shit been forever.
It's so good.
All right, yeah, all right.
But how much time we been on yet?
7:17.
7:17. What?
It's 7:17.
No, but the timer on the
Oh,
live.
it doesn't show
All right.
time, honey. 3 minutes.
I'm keeping up with you niggas. So I had to go through my... Sometimes I have to go through my social media. Some of you niggas make me sad. Some of you niggas make me laugh. Why do you get on social media? Because I just get a laugh. And like, all that art shit you do? Yeah, that's you, baby.
So I get on. I get on for art. Of course, I'm a promoter, so I have to use social media to promote these shows and to laugh and just hopefully engage in some good, some type of topic.
I'm very discouraged in that. Hopefully, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
No, it hasn't happened in the. Actually, it hasn't happened in a minute. I can't remember the last time like somebody started. Unless I started it myself. Like I started these little random conversation pieces on my time, either for the show or just talk about something different. But that's about it.
I don't know, bro. Like I enjoy Instagram for the most part because like
Yeah.
the good thing about Instagram versus Facebook is I can control exactly what I receive.
You do that on Facebook too.
No, well, not when you follow people you know.
Just don't follow them niggas.
Like Instagram, I get a nice 3 laughs and then there's a butt. And
Lord
3 laughs in the butt.
Jesus.
yeah, you know, Facebook, yeah, that's me.
I'm not gonna lie, I literally feel I do feel through.
Next question. So when in a casual scroll, I don't know, Wednesday night, you just laying in bed, like, got your hand in your damn, mess with your balls like you do. Like every nigga does when they chill by themselves. You get a little scroll and you just scroll through the timeline. How do you feel right after the casual scroll?
Sometimes I'll be
that
sad.
right there.
One of my things. This is not a reflection on anybody, okay? Because I love all my people. I can't take these depressing ass posts. And I guess it's just because I don't get it. Or I don't receive it like depressed people do. These depressing posts, what was it? Can't take this world today. It's so like,
Do you feel like it's just attention seeking? Or?
Yeah. Maybe they need the attention.
I was saying
it's social media. I mean, you're doing it to get attention. It's literally the point of it. So
you get aggravated.
It seems like all men that exist
no shit
have. I don't know.
I mean, I've been guilty, but my stuff is interesting because I'm a writer. So.
I don't know, bro. This shit be sad. And all these fucking ads. That's another thing.
Oh my god, put the
All these
ads
fucking
in
ads.
Messenger
Ooh.
now.
Going back to the election, I want to thank Tom Steyer for dropping out this motherfucker.
What?
Tom Steyer was the most aggravating man on social media.
Exactly.
Every time I scrolled, it was a Tom Steyer ad.
Oh yeah, he was getting in there with them ads for sure. But I'm a little sad because I have some own business that he was like very good about supporting black-owned business around here. So,
For real?
yeah. Like, Shade, House of Hardy Radio. He said he's one of his main reasons he was able to start his business.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, Tom was going in with the down.
But my timeline cleared up though.
This nigga's the worst. So the general feeling you feel is aggravating freshman. I would say I feel just aggravated. It's been a little bit better lately. It was actually I'll be completely honest with you. About less than a month ago, I actually felt dumber after getting off of Facebook. Real talk.
Why is that?
Because niggas would keep posting those basic ass shit that was supposed to be like mind blowing or whatever, and like And what it was, oh my gosh. It would either be like don't let anybody manipulate you, quote, but it would be like supposed to be deep or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be like don't let anybody tell you can't water your own flowers. And then you got a pot for help you or some shit like. Or it would be like somebody just like my SJW type friends, just posting something toxic that somebody said and then talking shit about it. And the most aggravating thing about that is they'll post knowing that that thinks that in that toxic way is actually on their timeline, so they're not actually talking to the person. They're just preaching to the choir just to get validation and likes or whatever, and just complain about people saying dumb shit again. And it's just like, why?
Or are you just upset that everybody was liking it like it was something? Because they felt they had to because it was positive?
No, that's not it at all. I love positive shit. But, like, it's just like when people just something so blatantly obvious, the whole room just, like, gets up and applauds, basically.
So are you mad at them saying it or people applauding?
Not mad at it. It's just annoying because it's like, is this where we at? We could just say, like...
It's like Janae Aiko. It's just like, I'm gonna say some regular shit.
Oh god.
In a different kind of way.
And niggas like quote like her like lyrics and shit. It'll be like super deep about
but
it.
Also, aren't they like 20?
Who, Janae?
People who are doing this.
I mean, it ranges, but that's a good point.
Posted it like maybe
that's a good point too.
To a lot
that's a good point too. You don't know the age of people, so it might be young ass people saying shit. But a lot of them are old people who just. But just the fact that like it seems like a lot of us has just gotten to just a place where when someone just says basic ass shit. Okay, I'll tell you what really messes me up.
Go on.
No, when somebody says something so like blatantly clear and obvious, and everybody praises it, like someone will be like, people will be like, you can like Black Thought and the Roots and Nas and AZ and also like Future and 2 Chainz and you're allowed to like both. You're allowed to like everything.
Yeah.
And then the shit gets like 10,000 shares and shit like that. And it's like,
sound like a hater right now.
I'm not a hater. It's like you needed somebody to say that.
You sound like a hater. Like
this is like you need.
But I understand what you're saying. Sometimes to me it feels like when people get all into something, it's like, well, we're already at like
That's maybe what it is.
Maybe 10 years ago it was kind of revolutionary because people were very split on
which
certain
is true
music tastes.
Because we used to talk about that at the kickbacks all the time.
And I think what is happening to me on more of a metaphysical level is that, again, I always say this, we're going by either or paradigm to a both and paradigm, where people are basically just saying, yes, I can be all things.
So that's what's driving me crazy, because it's like we done got that shit was.
But just because you have, doesn't maybe those people.
That's when I had to step back out myself for sure. But it's like, but is that where we at society wise? Where niggas is like so far behind to just be able to say a regular.
Behind is relative.
That's relative, but I'm saying like as a society, where we at right now? We 30 years old. Everybody in here 30 plus. I can still hear
31.
People.
Y'all niggas old.
You old as fuck. I still just had a conversation about just literally dating somebody and having like check their phone and like check their emails and make sure that they're not cheating. I just had a conversation with somebody, people, actually 4 people I was talking to, about why would you be in a relationship with somebody you feel like you have to do that with. Mm-hmm. And like the shit I was saying felt to me so basic as to say, if you like babysit somebody, like why even waste your time with them? They were just like,
how old are these people?
These people like 30, 35.
Who are you talking to? Like,
I'm not gonna say who was.
Yeah, you can't be airing people out.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't say professionally. Right. So shout out Star. So like these were peers. Is what I'm telling you. And it was like making me frustrated because I was saying shit and they were like, nah, because you don't know. You don't know what they're doing when you're not.
And true, you don't. But I think when you get to a certain level, it's like, you know how those people that say they're so annoying when they get into a certain new way of thinking or new like how text can be, or like when you first step into any kind of new level of consciousness, you may be annoying to people around you by always wanting to be very preachy, like you never were blind or like you never were asleep. You know what I'm saying? When you get woke up and then you got to be like,
Do you have to?
You don't have to.
You don't
But
have
saying
to,
people do
but
it.
a lot of people do, and I've been guilty of that. So I think that what you're not preachy about what you do now, no, but you're still kind of experiencing the reflection of the parts of you that were. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to slowly attract new people who think new things so you can have new conversations.
Absolutely, which I've been trying to make like a valiant effort to do.
Yes.
Because that's really how I felt.
But you're really
like,
still basic yourself.
That's what I mean. That is basic as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like, I think what was bothering me more than anything is just like people just not, and this takes time too. It took me time, plenty of time as well. But people just not stepping into into knowing they can have a much better life than they've been given.
Oh, that's super frustrating, but you have to trust. Here's what I believe. Everybody has the same access to God that I do. Like,
yeah, and that's a great quote.
God is here, you know what I'm saying? And we're all God's children, so it's like, dude, you gonna figure it out?
Yeah.
You gonna figure it out. And if you don't, you gonna have plenty of time in the next lifetime or another existence.
And I think me and Will discussed this before. Sometimes you need it from that big voice, from your favorite celebrity or whoever, to say it so blatantly clear and basically that you finally grab it. Yeah. Speaking of which, like, I met, Killer Mike, what I'm saying, the week or whatever. You should have came and stopped working for the white man. You should have came out. Shit. Well, man, I'll be there tomorrow. Be the first thing in the morning, boss.
Need about these papers? Yes, sir.
Bro, yes, sir. Will called me. He was like, "Hey, you gonna see Killer Mike?" I was like, "Yeah, man, we can go." He was like, "Oh, I'm over here at work." I was like, "You gonna be there?"
So one of us.
But yeah, Mike was talking about like just. He calls it radically, but it's not all that radical. But it is radical this day and age of like just taking control of your life and be like,
damn.
No, I can't own this. No, I can stand up for what I believe in. No, I'm not gonna just take what this person told me as the truth and just move on because it's the easy thing to do.
Man, people love hearing some shit that they don't have to think about.
Right.
Like, people it's so funny, man, because social media, like people just love receiving information from an outside source. They don't like looking inside themselves and finding it whatsoever.
Right.
Like you could be like, no car, no job, and you'll just be sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? And then you go on Instagram, and somebody be like, you can do anything as long as you put your mind to it. You'd be like, that was just what I was looking for. That was
So you feel
facts.
You feel like social media is basically replacing our own brain, replacing our brain?
I feel like that. I feel like that's why, like podcasts are getting big. Memes are so huge.
Wow, here we are.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling y'all niggas what y'all want to hear. Like memes are huge.
Yeah.
Just because people don't like thinking for themselves, bro. I've said that for the past few years.
You have been saying that for a long time.
People don't like thinking for themselves. They rather get it from an outside source because they don't believe in themselves.
I don't know where I was watching, but I was watching some content creator. What he was saying was that you really want to make sure that, I guess if you don't want to be one of those ones that's just allowing all of this input to come in, you want to be someone who's creating and putting out more than you take in.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But then also, I'm very careful about, I don't want to be someone's savior. Like when I used to do a lot of videos on Facebook, and then it ended up being like I was reading tarot and all of that, and it's like I realized, no, I don't want anybody to depend on me.
What I love is a lot more celebrities having conversations about that, how they realize they've fallen into that role, and they literally like, whoa, let me back out.
I'm just a human being.
Because some celebrities do like invite that. I think like Amanda Seales invites that energy.
Oh God, this one.
And I think it backfires on her big time a lot of times because sometimes she just be saying shit that be wow, and people call it out, and we've already discussed before. Like and maybe she's changed now. She's in therapy, but like before she's had issues with accountability.
Amanda?
Yes. And,
okay, bro.
But like, so it can backfire you real quick. So like, I know Doughboy was talking about that. It was his workout journey. And how he was like working out and stuff, trying to lose weight.
I love Doughboy.
And Doughboy is the dopest fuck.
He's awesome.
And he was talking about how he was posting videos of him, sweating and stuff. And he's like, I'm gonna update you on my weight, with the weigh-in next week, whatever. And people was putting all this pressure on him, like, yo, what's the weigh-in? You still doing your thing? You still, yeah. And he was like, oh shit, I didn't. Now I got pressure. Now it's just making me nervous. Now I'm freaking out. And then I cheat on my diet. Now I'm letting all these people down when I never told them I was going to save them in the first place. Like, so he just had to stop.
Literally just stop.
He just had to stop. So I did want to ask this real quick. I don't want to run out of time.
Got 55 minutes.
Go ahead, nigga.
Okay.
How long is it? How long do you want to go?
We usually shoot for an hour, but we're going to, I guess, go about like 10 minutes. We ain't doing all this. Yeah, this is they're trying to do a whole political discussion.
That whole political shit took a lot of time.
So, it was needed, though.
Yeah. So with how ruthless people act on social media, like, as far as just, like, dragging people, I told you about the time I got dragged. The only time I got dragged on social media, it happened so suddenly.
I got baby dragged.
Yeah, baby, nah, you come out when you got really dragged, when black women on Facebook collectively gather your ass and come talk to me. But, with how people just go in and just go off on other people out of nowhere and just insult people. You think that's how people really are? They just like, it's just is it showing people's true nature and they just have a way to express it? Or is it just that barrier and power trip of being able to say what you want without accountability?
I think it's the power trip thing. Like you can do what the fuck you want.
Right.
And you be like, all right, well, are you gonna come through the screen or not? Like, is you gonna come through the screen?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like people get themselves up on the internet, obviously. But I also think like people like being able to say what the fuck they want and not having nobody to
check them.
Yeah, check them. And half the time people doing it in these echo chambers.
Right.
That's like most everybody gonna agree with you.
That's what,
except a few outside people that's gonna come in there and fuck their lives up.
That's the shit that drives me insane. Like they'll have this like y'all blah 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 blah. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
And the only people that comment are the people that agree with them.
Well, I remember what happened? I don't know if we talked about it or not, but the way niggas act around Jamel Hill, which commented on Snoop Dogg's post.
Right.
Bro, it was all the gross misogyny came out in one post. It was like, you black woman, you don't deserve this, and third. And like, y'all niggas get on my nerves, man.
They met Jamel in real life.
They be geeking out. They be answering all the sports questions.
Doe was just talking about that. He said somebody went off on one of his posts saying like, Doe needs to be replaced on the show. And like, it just, one of the days, he just
right
had
to the wretched?
Yeah, it was some dumb shit. And it just kind of, he just had time in that moment. So he just responded back to the dude. And then went in.
Don't use your time for that shit.
Don't. He did. And then they like, oh man, I was just playing, but I'm like a huge fan of yours and shit. So sorry.
One thing is, I literally will start responding with my opinion, and I'll just backspace and be like, nope, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to promote my business and any artistic stuff I'm doing, and can actually connect with people and have a few laughs. Like, I really just cannot.
I feel like whenever I'm on the internet, I feel like I told the line between.
I did enough of that before. So.
I told the line between like trying to be honest and not trying to get backlash. Cause like you know me, like if I'm like all the way honest, like I'm probably not gonna be especially nice if I think you're wrong. So when do you
have your honest conversations? Is it just on this platform or is it with? I mean, yeah,
I can have it with Michael. I can have it with friends. I can have it with certain. Say what?
I was gonna say what friends? I don't know.
It's because you're not one of them.
Okay.
I can have it with friends. I can have it with some strangers in public.
I thought you would say strippers.
No, you can't.
I can have it with strippers.
That's conversation time right there.
I can have it with certain co-workers up to a certain point.
I'm about to say.
No matter the race.
Your options is limited on that.
You know, and you know, just random moments. But you know, on the internet, I feel like if you don't want to receive backlash, if you don't want to like deal with the shit, you gotta like really dress your shit up in the nicest of ways.
I'd rather just not.
Which is just not worth it.
Yeah, it's really not. Then you being fake.
Yeah.
Then you feel like you walking on eggshells.
That's why I don't post.
And see, that's trash and that's whack. I'll tell you what the worst is. I think I start about this. You see sometimes shit,
right? And
it's supposed to be like a whole elaborate conversation. So you're like, okay, well, let's get into it. Let's do this shit. And you comment on it with your thought, your well thought out comment with 2 paragraphs and some change. and
references, a couple of links.
References and links and all this shit. And they either just don't even they don't even comment on shit no more. Or they come back with like word or like some shit.
No, right, no. I like it when they do that shit. And then like somebody will comment with something they don't like and they'll be like, I didn't post this to be argued with.
Oh my god!
Or like get off my page.
I'm not here to debate. Debate your mama or some shit.
Like, nigga, why post this? Why even make it available to comment? You niggas kill me.
Somebody had posted like I'll post something controversial, and then like by the time like you comment, I took a shower and went to bed and then forgot about the shit. And like, cause they just wanted to, in that moment they just wanted to start a fire or some shit, and then walk away.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh my god! Like, so I don't post a lot either, except for like talking points and shit.
But can we all just say, like, I used to post, I used to troll, I used to do all these fun things because I enjoyed it and I had probably more time. But now I just don't, and I don't care, and I'm just like, it got old.
And it was like more of like ego trip kind of thing?
It's an ego trip, I mean, it always is, you know, but I just have more of a function and a purpose for going on Facebook now, because now that there's so many other viable platforms to spend time on, I'm like, okay, what am I really getting from Facebook that I also need to go on LinkedIn, I also need to go on Instagram, I also need to just do other things. So I just think it's a matter of like how you intend, like they say how you do anything is how you do everything. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just trying to do everything with more intention now. And I also have a bunch of friends that I don't necessarily, like I've changed my views, so a lot of my friends are automatically going to disagree with anything LGBT affirming. There's going to be a whole group of people that, you know, so I'm just like, okay, what if I just want to share something and it's like I'm not necessarily doing this to invite conversation. I already know that I have a whole bunch of people that I don't even know them in real life, dude. Like, they're just there, but they're going to come with that. So it's like, that's another reason why I stay up. And I've tried to go in and purge, but there's so many people. That also is a time investment, you know? So I just try to be like, I have certain groups that are for certain purposes, and I try to utilize that, and I promote my business, and I promote PMS and all the artistic things I'm doing, and that's it.
That thing, you already hit the nail on the head, man. When you do everything with intention, even if you're like deciding to waste a certain amount of time with intent.
Right.
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
It's like, okay, I'm going to give myself this time to just fuck around.
This is just the time
And
just to
look
fuck
at,
around.
you know.
Look at butt.
And
You know what I'm saying?
peen.
And peen. Same.
Yeah.
Same
No,
as well.
don't do that.
But
Same
just like intention. It's usually in time wiser, man. Just don't get caught up in just wasting your life away with just stuff that just doesn't
damn argument.
matter.
It's the same.
That's the last point I want to make. I think we internalize the hate speech on social media a little bit too much as well. When somebody just gets on there, when somebody sees like, I don't know, something with Dwayne Wade's daughter or whatever like that, right?
What happened with that?
You know, his son has like transitioned into being a girl.
As a teenager?
No, she's like 12.
Oh, wow.
And so people will say all kinds of that. And people will take that and be like, see, this world hates little black boys and little black girls, da 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 da, off some like niggas just saying just dumb shit on the internet, or like with the Gayle King thing, when everybody went in on Gayle, and then that woman was like, this is just another about how this world hates black women and wants to kill black women, da 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 da.
Wants to kill black women.
Like it's just like we're not saying like sexism and all that stuff doesn't exist, but like you taking to heart some random nigga that just watched a snippet of a video, not even the whole interview, because no one watched the whole interview at that point. And just ran with it and decided to say some dumb shit on the internet and internalize that until somebody hates you and wants you to cease to exist, and took that with you and took it to your community. So now they all feel the same way, and now we just got toxicity just being sprayed around here.
Spreads. And
it's like wildfire.
That's how the coronavirus spreads, because it's proven that if you feel like crap and if you feel depressed and negative and bad, like your immune system is gonna suffer. So you make yourself more susceptible to anything that's spreading, and it's just like, that's why I don't know anything about the coronavirus. I don't know anything about Gayle and that situation. I don't know anything about Dwayne. I don't know anything about all this stuff. I don't follow. I follow the happy stuff.
Right.
And
see, comedy and butts.
And peen.
That's y'all too.
To each his own.
That's how the outsider works, by the way. You saw the last
Yeah,
episode?
I did.
You saw the last episode?
Hey, hold on. Let me think about it.
Can you guys stop whispering sweet nothings to each other so that we can...
I don't want to put no spoilers on the thing.
Let me think. Okay.
You remember the end of the last episode. Shit went down.
Oh yeah. Oh, his dumbass brother.
We're gonna have to review next.
Motherfucker, so stupid.
So stupid. I don't want to protect you. You my only family. I got love.
Oh, you got it. Oh.
He's so.
You thought you was hot shit. You police doing shit wrong. You gonna tell? Okay.
Everything was perfect.
You was about to get his ass.
These niggas get
Nope.
domed out here, bro.
My man got kicked out the army, but he was a sniper specialist.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
It's just that nobody knows like any. What?
It's the outsider. There's a few black people out there. You know, Thad, if you watching, y'all watching.
Grant showed up. Hey,
Grant, brother.
All right. Where we at?
Well, we probably got to start wrapping up because it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
All right.
You got a thirst?
No, Black Business shout out.
Oh, okay. Well, you gonna give it a start?
Yeah, I don't want to kneel though, so okay. Look
You gonna kneel?
y'all got a big old cord here. Jesus, we can share. Take a share.
I'm still on top of you.
No. Well, my mom already got a broken apple. I don't need one too.
I'm getting the apple butt cheek on the
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be gone. I'll spread open.
Ew! Come on.
I think I'm white.
Y'all niggas look trash.
We don't even got time.
All right, so what do you want to ask me?
Just do a quick.
Shut shit up. What you talking about?
This is the way y'all treat people for Black
This is a little segment.
No. This is the way I treat people. This is the way I treat demigods.
What?
I don't know. This is the way I treat.
We got 2 minutes.
This is the way I treat. What's
Okay,
it?
but what am I
What's
supposed
it?
to say?
Just shout out what you got going on.
El Cuckoo.
We'll get up. Let me sit in there. All right, so
You talking to the boogie, man?
see, I'm not doing that.
I'm not laughing at
doing
that.
this.
No.
Yes,
No.
you
Baba
are.
Yaga. This is how I treat Baba Yaga.
Go ahead, honey.
Are you happy now? Are you satisfied?
We are sitting here with the lovely Star, moderator, business owner, dungeon troll.
See, that's why I was on the middle of it. Okay, so.
She has a business she would like to shout out.
All right, so everyone knows that I do some creative work, virtual assistant work, and all of that. I'm taking new clients, and it's been good. I've been working with some new people, and I will say to have a good balance of the creative work and the administrative work, awesome. I get to like stimulate my right brain and my left brain. So for the creative part, though, I'm also an artist. I'm in a band called PMS. My bandmates are Paige and Mia.
Yes.
Also known as Ash, and they all do creative things as well. And we've come together to put together this auditory illusionary experience. We do multimedia. We also, of course, do live music. I'm the main vocalist. Paige plays the piano, and Mia is our percussionist and multi-instrumentalist. So our upcoming gigs, it's kind of up in the air right now, so I'll wait to put that on, except May 9th, the Masquerade. Everybody's going to the Masquerade, right?
Yeah, and also you're gonna be doing the open mic at the Blue Note.
Yes, we will be doing a short performance at Blue Note March 17th, just to give y'all a little taste of what we do. We use the facilities right here, the stage or whatever, to rehearse, and we're also looking for a more permanent rehearsal space. So if you know anything about that, then definitely drop us a line.
Where would they drop your line at?
They can hit me up on my page, Starmano Few Quinn. I'm tagged in the description of this video, and you can also comment. Mike will definitely be sure to let me know. And that's pretty much it. So
Wonderful.
I'm going to go back to moderating.
Check
All
out
right, thanks.
their phenomenal group.
We can go back to silence mainly.
I don't know how to do that.
Boy, you ain't never lied.
Oh my goodness. Who the thirst?
All right.
The
The
wisdom
thirst this week is.
Somebody ratchet.
See, very close.
I'm here for it, honestly.
All right.
Me too.
Day Sulan. Daysulan. She's a rapper who just got signed to YG's label. First lady of 400 Intimate.
She buttoned open on the first pick. Yeah, she ratchet.
Bro, she bad. I know
Yeah,
that
she
much.
gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, check her out. YG's got it all over his page. Hopefully this is not him and reason Kalani broke up.
Wait a minute, hold on. YG? YG was dating Kalani?
YG 400 was dating Kalani.
Dang.
But yeah, check her out. She's a rapper. Somebody told me she was on his album. Do not know.
Don't you listen to YG's albums?
I don't think I listened to the last one.
Honestly, he scares me. I feel like he will hurt me.
Yeah, he will.
Maybe he snatched Kalani up.
Song, new single dropping tomorrow. It's called Mascara.
She a stripper?
She used to be a stripper.
Okay.
That's the only kind of thirst you ever have.
First off,
but we appreciate it.
Me and Monet talked about this. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Okay.
I'm just saying. What's her name?
And first off, she's a rapper, so she's not a stripper anymore. Okay.
Can you get somebody like dark skin sometime? Like, I'm just tired of we need some more representation.
I'm sure I've chosen at least one dark skin.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I've noticed that.
He's picked like Trini, whatever her name is.
No, that was Ben.
Oh shit. Well, that's my ammo for that. For that argument.
They all your thirst of the week look exactly the same. They all have the general same look. It's just
I like tropical bitches. So what?
No, you don't.
I do. So. I'm so over her. I believe I've chosen at least one dark skinned girl. I do believe that.
I feel like he has it.
It shouldn't be a token. It should be. I'm
just saying, like you challenging me on the fact that I've chosen a dark skinned girl. So I gotta say that I've done it at least once.
Even if you haven't.
I have done it.
Now we need people to support the Patreon so they can go back and watch every single episode and see if one has ever chosen a brown, dark-skinned girl for the thirst of the week.
I know I chose brown.
Yeah, you picked city girls just the other time. So.
And JT Dirt.
That was a group, though.
Oh God! All these rules.
And also, one is not enough.
Well, you said I never did it, so.
So if you subscribe to patreon.com/cultivateignorance, you look at the past first and see if Will is actually picked a woman in the past or not.
I picked Cash Doll a few weeks ago.
I love Cash Doll.
I don't remember you ever picking Cash Doll.
Wait a minute, is this rapper girl talented though? Because Cash Doll,
I have no clue.
Doll can rap.
I have no clue.
So can she rap?
Cash Doll can actually rap. And
Cash Doll can actually rap.
Talent? I don't know nothing about.
Why she be super
garbage?
Why she sound like Little Debbie?
Ooh.
Somebody.
I gotta go back through these 30 to see who I picked.
I need you to pick quality.
This ain't right.
I don't know. So far, Star got a point. I don't know. I can't think of one.
Because I want to appreciate, women as well. Like, I do appreciate women, and I want to see some beautiful brown skin. Like, for instance, you know who my crush is? Numa Perrier.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Didn't I pick Ava DuVernay one time?
She's not dark skinned.
I don't think that you picked her, first of all.
I don't think you would pick her as a third either.
Y'all niggas be hating, bro.
That's some nigga shit when somebody tells the truth. Y'all niggas be hating.
Wow.
Just when somebody tells the truth.
Let me see who I've muted on here.
That's what he had to cut himself off.
Ew.
That's terrible. All right, hopefully we'll love dark skin by the time we have the next episode.
You don't need his love.
You damn right.
But I'm just saying for the for the good of the show.
Yeah.
We're done.
I think we're wrapping it up.
You're never gonna find. You ain't never gonna.
I don't know. He's looking desperate. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode. We love y'all.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts is I love dark skinned women.
I love dark skinned women too.
The evidence says. Nah, if you.
What evidence, bitch?
What do you believe? You can't think of the top of your head.
So okay. So
here's
name the dark skinned
my
woman you
final
chose.
Freddie.
Oh yeah. All right, next.
No.
Freddie Gibbs.
Estrella. No, shut up.
No, that's good. Yes, can my thirst of the week be a dude? I do like me some Freddie Gibbs. Now, he kind of scares me too, but I like it.
Freddie doesn't take himself too seriously. I don't think he would hurt you.
No, that's why I like it.
I thought the Freddie Gibbs.
I like it. Oh yeah, I've had that. See, you still can't find one.
I can't even find the people I've
Turn
muted.
your phone sideways. It's not gonna help you find.
I gotta find the people I've muted.
If you want to change your community, please lead that change or support the change happening. Please don't sit back and complain. I don't believe the stereotype that black people just ain't doing nothing. We just keep doing the same thing, time after time. If anybody, black women have definitely been leading the charge as far as the entrepreneurial revolution.
Yes.
That's just undeniable.
And that's a statistical fact. Yeah,
exactly.
I've researched that.
I think it's also a fact that more and more black men are getting in touch with their emotions and mental health and discussing that.
And their sexuality.
And their sexuality as well.
Yeah, a lot of them are coming out.
The conversations about the complexities that come with being a black man are coming to surface. So don't believe the stigma that we just don't know how to talk about our funds, because that's not true. But we make it a change, man. It's gonna be slow but steady, but just be a part of the change and support the change. Don't just complain about it. Any final thoughts, Will?
Yeah, man.
You still ain't found one. You put the phone face down.
I do love dark skin women.
Wait.
This.
We have a special guest.
Alright, end the show. No, because this show is going forever. End the show before he comes in here. No, God, he opened the door.
Alright, yeah. Please subscribe to our Patreon. Darwin, our prodigal producer. Come on.
Just came in the door, just waited to kill everybody with an umbrella, apparently. And he's just not.
He's talking about.
He's just being weird.
So yeah, man. Support black business. Do more in your own community. Do research. Figure out how the voting system works.
That's
you
a lot of stuff.
You niggas can do better. And yeah, subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah.
So.
Wait,
all right,
I pick
live video.
for Thursday night.
Can I end it now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I did. Didn't I pick Ari Lennox for the Thursday?
You would say that, Star. All right, thank you.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
While scrolling at your